May the slaughter make you stronger. And this is Chivalry 2. Yeah, if you've never played Chivalry 1, then yeah, this game is quite a leap ahead graphically. So it's pretty much an online medieval battle game, sort of like Battlefield. So medieval meets Battlefield, and you can choose a number of different classes. The game supports 40 to 64 players, so it's pretty much like a medieval army game, I guess you could say. A while ago we played Mordhau, which was really hard to get into, I found. But this is very user-friendly. In fact, I would go as far as saying this is the most user-friendly medieval game I've ever played. So it's a lot easier to get into, but you do die a lot first. Now there are rankings, so if you play for 2 to 4 hours roughly, I think you're gonna hit the ceiling in the ranking system. So unfortunately, that initial awesome fun enthusiasm that you experience playing this game, after a few hours you start to see that there isn't a lot of depth, unfortunately, to the overall experience. Now there are a number of techniques you can learn, and you learn it in training as well, sort of like jabs and parries and kicks. So if someone's swinging at you, or like doing a long thrust, you can like kick at them and sort of put them off kilter. So there are many multiple classes, as I said, and unlockable weapons. I didn't really experience that so much. I did manage to use a dagger, basic sword. I think I was a pikeman at one point. I didn't get to be an archer though, unfortunately. I was looking forward to that, so I might have to like try it again and switch classes. But they do play a little bit differently. Now, unfortunately, on that note, unfortunately some weapons seem to be OP versus other weapons. So from what I saw, it seems like any of the long swords, since they have crazy range and decent speed, and the archers seem to be more powerful than the other classes. Now, when I played, because this game's only on Epic, the Epic Mega Games store, there were only like 5 human players on each side, and the rest were all bots. So the community is pretty small, unfortunately, right now. Hopefully it grows once it gets to Steam eventually. But yeah, I found the opponents, they range from like being just standing around. I don't know if they were bots, and you would just go up and like totally take them out and smite them. And then there were other guys which played with a certain amount of strategy. I assume those were the regulars. Yeah, apparently there are 8 maps, but it seems after playing for an hour, I saw that we were playing pretty much the same 2 maps. Now, at first I thought the matches didn't last long, but then there's like 5 minutes for like looting, 5 minutes for... So it does add up, that amount of time that you're in one single match. I didn't see that so much in the first match I played, but yeah, I just felt like we were playing the same old maps, 2 maps over and over again. And the fighting is really exciting at first because there aren't many medieval fighting games out there, but yeah, it just sort of feels casual enough for anyone to jump in, but there is a lot of like nuance to the different maneuvers to fight your opponents. But yeah, if you're playing against advanced players that are playing constantly, it feels like you'll quickly be overpowered because they know how to play this game a lot better than you do. The graphics seem to range from sort of like gritty, decent, to quite pretty actually, like on the same level as Back 4 Blood. It depends on the map. Spawning fortunately seems to be within groups, so you're mostly covered if you don't really know what to do. You have a good chance of surviving at least a little bit longer, so that was a cool setup. The only problem is you can't seem to really play this game with friends out of like pure random choice. You happen to be on the same server, so that sort of matchmaker part sucks. Of the 8 maps, as I was mentioning earlier, like 3 are small team deathmatch maps. So that's like almost half the maps already right there you can't really use in these big battles. One apparently is broken and the rest are like decent. So there's like half of the maps you can use, supposedly. And going back to the ranking system, it seems like it's a good idea, but then you hit that ceiling I was talking about before within 4 or 5 hours per class. So pretty much this is Chivalry 1 from what I've heard, just the graphics are a little bit better than they used to be. People are also complaining about the generic orchestral music. I thought it was good. I couldn't hum a note for you. But yeah, there aren't many maps and I didn't really experience a lot of the weapons, so hopefully both get up to the future once it comes onto Steam and the game starts to age. But yeah, as I said, you can still have fun with it, even if you're just starting out. But the game costs $43 and it just doesn't feel like that's warranted. While the game looks great and it's fun, it feels like more of a $25 or $20 game. I'd say give it a try. Just don't expect a super deep game, despite the number of weapons in the game. With that said, however, this is easily the best medieval battlefield game I've ever seen. So, yeah, and it looks great in action. So with that said, I would definitely give it 8.5 out of 10, even though it has a lot of issues and they're still working on it gradually to make it a better game. It's got a lot of issues right now, and the large community, like, it's just not there right now. Hopefully when it goes to Steam and there'll be cross matching between the platforms, so yeah, hopefully then it will thrive and flourish. But what is there is fun. It's just for that price it's like way too high for the entertainment you get for a few hours. So anyways, some say the age of chivalry is past, that the spirit of romance is dead. The age of chivalry is never past so long as there's a wrong left unaddressed on earth. Charles Kingsley. Keep on getting.